You are not broke because the economy is cruel. You are not stuck because the world is scarce. You are waiting because you have not yet spoken with authority. Stop for a moment and truly absorb this. Your financial reality is not a random weather pattern happening to you. It is a direct, lawful, and unwavering response to the quality and authority of your inner speech. The universe in its infinite intelligence does not and cannot respond to your pleas, it responds only to your proclamations. It does not answer your desperate hopes, it meticulously mirrors your deepest convictions. Your bank account is a reflection not of your worth, but of the commands you have been giving it, consciously or unconsciously. Every thought of lack is a command for more lack. Every feeling of anxiety is an order for more reasons to be anxious. A century ago, a woman named Florence Scovel Shinn, a brilliant artist and spiritual teacher living in New York, uncovered a profound truth that most will never encounter in a lifetime of frantic striving. Money is not wooed by pleading, begging, or even by hard work alone. Money is not earned through the sweat of struggle, but attracted by the magnetism of alignment. She realized that money is a form of divine substance, an energy that is entirely neutral, endlessly abundant, and perfectly obedient. It must be commanded. And it only obeys a divine command, a decree spoken by a heart that has remembered its own regal nature, its own innate authority in a universe of divine law and perfect order. For too long you have been whispering fearful requests into the wind when you were born to issue world-altering decrees. You have been acting like a guest in your own kingdom when you hold the scepter and the crown. I am about to hand you the 7 foundational commands, the 7 decrees, that Florence Scovel Shinn used not just to survive, but to transform her own life from a state of alarming lack to one of unimaginable abundance, precisely at a moment when her purse was empty and her rent was due. She did not create these laws, she discovered them. These are not polite suggestions or flimsy affirmations, these are verbal activations. They are spiritual technologies, as precise and effective as any physical tool. Do not simply believe them on a shallow intellectual level. That is useless and will change nothing. You must use them. You must embody them. The moment this video ends and you choose to open your mouth in conscious, deliberate alignment with these laws, money will have no choice but to move toward you. It must obey. It is universal law, as reliable as gravity. Most people approach the subject of money with the posture of a beggar at the gates of a palace. Their inner and outer words are soaked in the energy of I hope, I wish, I really need this to happen. This is the language of the orphan consciousness, the deeply ingrained and mistaken mindset that believes it is separate from, and at the mercy of, the source of all supply. That is not your portion, that is not your truth. You are an heir to an infinite kingdom, and you have come of age. You are crowned in consciousness. When you speak from this place of knowing, it is done. Your word is your wand, and the universe is the magician's stage. The fundamental error, the core illusion, is believing that money is outside of you, a finite resource to be pursued, fought over, and captured. This is a grand and tragic illusion. Money, or divine substance, is a current of energy within the universal mind, and your consciousness is the sacred channel that directs its flow. Begging, pleading, and worrying constrict the channel, reducing the mighty river of abundance to a mere trickle. Pleading signals to the universe that you do not have, and the immutable law of correspondence faithfully brings you more experiences of not having. Commanding, however, comes from a place of sovereign alignment. It is the calm, unwavering recognition that you are one with the source of all wealth. From this moment forward, every dawn, noon, and night, you will stand, pull your shoulders back as if wearing a royal cape, and declare with the iron of certainty in your voice, I am the single authority this money recognizes, therefore it brings me multiplied victories. Let us dissect this sacred and powerful decree. I am the single authority. With these 5 words, you are firing every other so-called authority in your financial life. The panicked news reports, the fluctuating markets, your parents' inherited anxieties, your past failures, the opinions of others, all are dismissed from their posts. You are claiming absolute and singular jurisdiction over the kingdom of your financial reality. This money recognizes, you are personifying money not as a fickle master, but as an obedient servant, an energy that is intelligent and programmed to respond specifically to your frequency of command. It has been waiting for you to take charge. It brings me multiplied victories. You are not asking for just enough to get by. You are commanding exponential triumphant success. You are decreeing not just payment, but victory, not just addition but glorious multiplication. Say it once to announce it to the cosmos. Say it 3 times to impress it deeply upon your subconscious mind, the fertile soil where all seeds of reality sprout. Say it 7 times to cause your entire nervous system to vibrate in harmonious agreement, until the powerful feeling of authority completely replaces the familiar tremor of anxiety. You are not asking, you are not asking. You are announcing your inviolable truth. Do not whisper, announce it. Scarcity is not a lack of cash. That is merely the outer symptom, the shadow on the wall. True scarcity is a mental tumor, a malignant cluster of toxic life-negating beliefs that has been allowed to grow unchecked in the sacred garden of your mind. This tumor chokes off the flow of divine substance long before it can ever reach your hands, your wallet, or your bank account. Your second command is to perform radical, precise, and immediate mental surgery. First, you must identify the primary sentence, the original toxic seed that metastasized into this tumor. For many, it was a phrase heard in the vulnerable years of childhood, repeated by authority figures, until it burrowed deep into the subconscious and became an unconscious truth. Maybe a parent often said, "We can't afford that," creating a lifelong identity of being on the outside looking in. Perhaps it was the phrase, "Money doesn't grow on trees," instilling the belief that supply is difficult and unnatural. Or maybe it was the spiritually corrosive judgment, "Rich people are greedy and corrupt," forcing your subconscious to sabotage any attempt at wealth to keep you good. These are not harmless phrases, they are hypnotic spells that have been running your financial life on autopilot without your consent. Find your sentence. Take a quiet moment, close your eyes, and ask your inner self, what is the core belief about lack that I have been carrying? Allow the words to surface without judgment. Speak it aloud. Hear the vibrational poverty contained within it. Feel its heavy, contracting energy. Now you will take the scalpel of your divine authority and slice it out, once and for all. With absolute conviction, declare that story ended with the last generation. My story opens rivers of abundance. This is a declaration of profound severance, and a powerful proclamation of a new beginning. That story ended with the last generation. With this, you are consciously cutting the energetic cord of ancestral financial trauma and limitation. You are stating with divine finality that whatever lack was true for them is no longer true for you. You honor their journey, you thank them for the lessons, but you firmly refuse to inherit their chains. My story opens rivers of abundance. You are replacing the desolate image of a sealed-off well with the vibrant, dynamic image of a flowing, life-giving, ever-expanding river. A river doesn't hoard. It flows, it gives, it receives, and it carves new landscapes. It is a symbol of endless moving circulation and unstoppable power. Say this to your reflection in the mirror each morning for 7 consecutive days. Look deep into your own eyes as you say it. Say it until you feel a physical shift in your body, your shoulders dropping away from your ears, your jaw unclenched, your breath deepening and steadying. This is the tangible sign that the surgical procedure was a success. You may experience sudden and unexpected emotional releases, tears, a surge of anger, a bout of sudden laughter. Allow it all. This is the poison leaving your system. Within these 7 days, do not be surprised when offers you never expected begin to manifest. A forgotten debt is suddenly repaid. A new client calls out of the blue. A sudden opportunity for promotion appears. The field is now clear for a new and abundant harvest. The universe does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. To attract wealth, you must first broadcast the frequency of wealth. This is the grand secret. You do not need $1 million in the bank to broadcast the feeling, the energy, the frequency of $1 million. Your subconscious mind, the powerful engine of your attraction and the executor of your commands, cannot tell the difference between what is physically real and what is vividly imagined and deeply felt. A movie can make you cry, a memory can make you smile. The stimulus is internal, but the physical and emotional response is real. This is the secret key to deliberate creation. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this with perfect clarity. During a time of significant personal need, she kept a curled 19th-century $100 bill in her pocket. It wasn't for spending, it was a tool of frequency, a vibrational tuning fork. She would often pull it out, look it squarely in the eye, and affirm with a knowing confidence, "You are the first of your brothers to arrive. Bring the rest." She was treating that single bill not as a lonely survivor in a sea of lack, but as a scout, a forerunner, an emissary for the vast army of abundance that was already on its way, marching to her command. You must choose your own physical symbol of surplus. It must be something you can carry with you. It could be a crisp $100 bill that you designate as your decoy or seed money which you never ever spend. It could be a poker chip from a high-stakes game, a specific crystal like citrine or pyrite that hums with the energy of prosperity, or even a digital receipt from a past purchase that made you feel exceptionally prosperous and expansive. Select your symbol with intention and keep it on your person at all times, in your pocket, wallet, or purse. This symbol is your personal anchor to the feeling of wealth. Each time you touch it in your pocket or see it in your wallet, you must perform a specific and sacred ritual. Pause. Take a single deep breath. Smile a genuine knowing smile, the smile of someone who knows a wonderful secret, and think to yourself, with the full feeling of the reality, this is what surplus feels like. That smile is not trivial, it is the physiological signature that signs the reality into your cells. A genuine smile releases neuropeptides that combat stress and send a powerful signal to your entire body that you are safe, secure, and prosperous. You are acting as if you are living in the end result. By carrying the physical representation of wealth and consistently pairing it with the emotional frequency of surplus, you become a powerful magnetic beacon for the real thing. You are no longer broadcasting the static of need, you are broadcasting the clear, compelling signal of already having, and the law of attraction, the law of correspondence, must answer. You have now received the 3 foundational commands of mindset, severance, and frequency. You are more than halfway through this powerful initiation. The energy in you and around you is already shifting, whether you perceive it dramatically or subtly. Old patterns are loosening their grip, new possibilities are beginning to peek over the horizon. If you can feel this subtle but profound change, a flicker of hope, a surge of power, a moment of clarity, then subscribe to this channel and ring the bell. This is your commitment to continue the work. Each week we release another key to unlock the doors of your own inner authority, ensuring that the consciousness of lack can no longer find a home, or even a place to rest, within you. Acknowledge your progress and commit to the next level of your divine empowerment. Every single time money changes hands, an energetic portal opens, a transaction occurs. For most people, this portal is unconsciously filled with the low frequencies of fear, loss, anxiety, and resentment. When they pay a bill, they think, "There goes my money," or "I have even less now." When they spend, even on something they enjoy, they feel a pang of scarcity, a small contraction of fear, without realizing it. They are cursing the very substance they wish to attract. From this day forward, you will do the exact opposite. You will bless every transaction, turning every point of payment into a point of power. The moment cash, a card, or a digital payment confirmation touches your hand or your awareness, you will pause for 7 seconds. You can count silently. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, all the way to 7. This pause is a sacred act of power. It interrupts the unconscious habit of fear. Neurologically, 7 seconds is enough time to shift your dominant brainwave state from the high alert, anxious beta state to the more receptive, creative, and suggestible alpha state. In alpha, your subconscious mind accepts new suggestions without argument or resistance. During this 7-second sacred pause, you will decree under your breath or in your mind with absolute certainty, whatever enters these hands multiplies by 10 before it leaves. This is a powerful command of infinite increase. You are declaring that your hands, your bank account, your very presence are now a divine station of multiplication. You are not a container that gets emptied. You are a channel through which abundance is magnified. Enters these hands. This applies to your salary, a gift, a found coin on the street, a dividend payment, any and all forms of inflow. You are blessing it upon arrival. Multiplies by 10. The number 10 is a sacred symbol of completion and a new beginning on a higher level. You are commanding a full cycle return on a higher order of magnitude, before it leaves. This sanctifies your spending. When this money does leave your hands, it does so not as a loss, but as a multiplied seed being sent out into the world to bless others and to gather more of its kind before returning to you. Do it at the grocery store checkout. The cashier will not notice your silent command, but the quantum field, the universal substance, will receive its orders loud and clear. Do it when you click confirm payment online. The algorithm will process the transaction, but the universe will process the decree. Do it when you receive your paycheck. Bless it before you budget. This simple 7-second ritual transforms every financial interaction from a mundane act of depletion into a sacred act of deliberate creation. Money is energy, and the fundamental nature of energy is to circulate. Think of it as water, the lifeblood of the planet. When water flows in a river, it is clean, powerful, vibrant, and life-giving. When it becomes stagnant in a pond with no outlet, it rots. It breeds disease, decay, and death. The exact same law is true for money. Money that is hoarded out of fear, clutched tightly in a fist of anxiety, becomes stagnant energy. It breeds more anxiety, suspicion, and metaphysically begins to rot, attracting circumstances that mirror its decaying energy, unexpected bills, broken appliances, financial losses, the very lack you are trying to avoid. To be a master of the flow, you must be a willing and joyful releaser of it. Many people who live in a state of lack are terrified of this law. But I have so little, they protest. How can I possibly let any of it go? This is the ultimate test of faith. Giving from a place of perceived scarcity, when it is done with the correct consciousness, is the most powerful declaration of faith you can possibly make. It is a thunderous statement to the universe that you know you are the source of your supply, not the bank account, and that more is always on its way because the source is inexhaustible. Once a week, at minimum, you must deliberately, consciously, and joyfully let some money go with no expectation of personal return from the specific recipient. Buy a coffee for the person behind you in line. Leave an unexpectedly generous tip for a service worker who did a great job. Drop a bill into a street musician's case without breaking your stride. Purchase a book or a course from an independent author or creator. As you physically release the money or click the donate button, you will declare with a feeling of expansion and delight, "What I joyfully let go returns to me multiplied, because I trust the flow." Let's analyze this command of circulation. What I joyfully let go. The emotion is the active ingredient. Giving grudgingly, fearfully, or with a sense of loss completely voids the command. It must be done with the light-hearted spirit of a child skipping stones on a lake, knowing there are infinite stones on the shore. Returns to me multiplied. You are giving the universe a direct and specific order for its return. You are not losing. You are investing in the infallible law of circulation, because I trust the flow. This is the foundation of your power. You are demonstrating absolute faith in the inexhaustible source of all good, not in your limited visible personal supply. Do not look for the return to come from the person or place you gave to. The universe is infinitely more creative than that. Within 10 days of your first joyful release, the money will circle back to you, often wearing new clothes and bringing friends. It will arrive as a new client, an unexpected rebate, a sudden business idea, a promotion, or a gift from a source you never could have considered. Trust the law. It has never failed, and it cannot fail you. Inside you right now is a money-printing press, an infinite source of value. This press is called your divine talent, your unique genius. The Creator, in its infinite wisdom, did not send you to this planet empty-handed. You have been perfectly equipped for the divine plan of your life. You have a specific function, a gift that you express more effortlessly and joyfully than almost anyone else. Your sixth command is to identify this genius, activate it with love, and command that it be exchanged for currency. The logical reasoning mind often dismisses our greatest talents as mere hobbies, frivolous pastimes, or trivialities. To bypass this inner critic and uncover your gold, ask yourself these questions aloud, preferably in a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. What do I love doing so much that I would do it for free? What do people consistently ask for my help with or compliment me on? What subject could I talk about for hours without tiring? The answer lies at the intersection of your deepest passion and other people's needs. It might be organizing chaotic closets, baking incredible cakes, explaining complex ideas simply, listening with profound empathy, writing beautiful code, or making people laugh. Do not judge the answer. Once you have an inkling of what your genius is, you will activate it. For the first week, you will perform this genius for free for 1 hour a day. This is not about devaluing your talent, it is about priming the pump of universal exchange. You are demonstrating its value to yourself and creating a powerful energetic vacuum that the universe abhors and must fill with compensation. If you are a great baker, Bake a small batch of cookies and give them to your neighbors. If you have a knack for graphic design, offer to create a flyer for a local charity event. As you perform this work with pure love and a commitment to excellence, without the pressure of needing to be paid, doors will begin to open in ways that seem magical. On day 3 or 4, someone will inevitably ask the universe's favorite question: "This is amazing. Could I pay you for this?" When this moment comes, and it will, you must say yes. Say it without apology, without hesitation, without stammering or downplaying your worth. The moment you apologize for being paid for your God-given talent, "Yo, buzz nothing, you don't have to pay me," you slam the channel shut. By saying a clear, confident, grateful yes, you begin the sacred chain of prosperous exchange. You have officially turned your inner divine genius into outer circulating currency. You have now commanded your reality with your voice, cleared the mental blocks of scarcity, aligned your energetic frequency with wealth, blessed every transaction into a state of multiplication, activated the universal flow through giving, and engaged your divine talent. The final command is to seal all this magnificent work in the certainty of faith, transforming hopeful expectation into solid reality through the potent magic of gratitude. Gratitude is the frequency of receiving. To give thanks for something before it has physically arrived is the highest and most powerful form of faith. It signals to your subconscious mind and to the entire universe that the matter is settled, the case is closed, the delivery is guaranteed. Each night, for 21 consecutive nights, just before you fall asleep, in that drowsy, suggestible state between wakefulness and sleep, known as the hypnagogic state, take out a journal designated for this purpose. In this journal, you will write a single statement of gratitude for money that has not yet physically manifested. Be specific, and write in the past tense. For example, "Thank you for the extra $5,000 that reached me this week with perfect ease and already rests securely in my account." Let's break this final seal down. Thank you. It begins with gratitude, the ultimate receiving state, acknowledging the gift as already given. The extra $5,000. Be definite. The universe loves clarity and responds to specific instructions. "That reached me this week." Use the past tense. You are writing from the future, from the perspective of the wish already fulfilled, impressing this reality onto the subconscious. "Already rests in my account." This visual makes it concrete, tangible, and real for your subconscious mind, leaving no room for doubt. After you have written the sentence, close the journal. Do not question it. Do not wonder how it will happen. The how is not your job. Your job is to give the order. The universe's job is to handle the logistics, the ways and means. Anytime a whisper of doubt or worry enters your mind during the day, you will silence it with a firm, quiet internal response. The matter is settled. The order was given. This 21-night practice is a profound spiritual discipline. The first few nights may feel like you are pretending. Persist. Around day 10, a deep sense of calm and knowing will begin to settle over you. This is the sign that your subconscious has accepted the new reality. On or around day 21, the money or the undeniable opportunity for it will appear. It will often arrive in a form so creative, so unexpected, and so perfect. You will laugh at how beautifully and literally the universe obeys a command given in unwavering faith. 7 commands, 7 keys to unlock the vault of your own innate God-given abundance. You now have the manual. Speak as royalty, for you are royalty, in consciousness. Excise the insidious tumor of scarcity with the sharp, clean scalpel of your authoritative word. Broadcast the frequency of wealth before you see the evidence, becoming a magnet for your desire. Bless every cent that passes through your hands to command its miraculous multiplication. Release money with joy to activate the sacred law of circulation, proving your trust in the flow. Trade your unique genius for currency without apology, fulfilling your divine purpose, and seal the entire process with the finality of gratitude, the ultimate word that makes manifestation inevitable. Florence Scovel Shinn used these exact principles to rewrite her entire story from one of limitation and fear to one of legendary prosperity and influence. She proved that you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are, what you decree, what you feel to be true. The authority is and always has been yours. You were simply never taught how to use it, now you know. The game of life is not a battle against scarcity, it is a game of alignment with abundance, and you have just been given the rules. Your initiation is complete, but your practice is just beginning. This knowledge is only power when it is used. Go to the comments below and cement your new reality. Write your testimony in the past tense, as if it has already occurred, to impress this truth even deeper into your being. For example, today I used Command 3 and carried my symbol of wealth with a feeling of deep, smiling surplus. Or today I joyfully released money using Command 5 and felt the exhilarating freedom of the flow. Write it. Own it. Impress your subconscious mind with the completed act. And finally, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Each week we go deeper into these laws, releasing another key so that lack no longer has a visitor's pass to your house or your mind. Your prosperous life is not a hope. It is a decree. Go now and speak it.